My mom called me a leech and threw a duffel bag at my feet. Go leech somewhere else, she said, her face full of disgust. Little did she know that just weeks later, I'd be the one they desperately needed to fix the mess they created. I was 28 and back in their guest room after the pandemic wiped out my tech job. I'd applied to hundreds of positions with no luck. Savings gone, no choice but to move home. I thought it would be short term. My parents didn't. At first, I tried to pull my weight. I cooked, cleaned, mowed the lawn, fixed their router, and took freelance gigs building websites. But none of it mattered to my mom. Every meal, every light left on came with a heavy sigh. This isn't a hotel, she'd say loud enough for the neighbors. Then the comparison started. My younger brother was the golden child, successful in finance, living in a fancy downtown place. Whenever he visited, her whole face lit up. There's my baby. Meanwhile, I was the invisible one hauling trash bags in the corner. One dinner, things boiled over. My brother made a smug comment about people lucky enough not to commute. Mom laughed too loud and turned to me. Have you even tried applying for real jobs lately? I told her about my interviews that week. My brother chimed in without looking at me. At some point, it stops being bad luck and starts being bad choices. I kept wondering if they even saw me as family anymore. That night, I grabbed my plate and ate standing at the kitchen counter while they laughed in the dining room. Snippets floated out. Needs to grow up. Embarrassing at this point. The next day, she barged into the den without knocking. You need to start paying rent. Today, I tried explaining I was close to finishing a paid freelance project. She cut me off. Leech. The word came out flat, like I was something dirty stuck to her shoe. She turned, yanked a duffel bag from the closet, and threw it at my feet. She stood there, arms crossed. The bag landed hard on the floor. Go leech somewhere else. I didn't yell, didn't argue. I just picked up the bag, stuffed in my laptop, charger, and toothbrush, zipped it shut, walked out the door. Her words chased me down the driveway. I couch surfed for a few weeks. Then I went all in on freelance. Landed a solid remote tech job with benefits. Scrounged enough to get my own tiny studio apartment. No one could kick me out anymore. That's when my dad called out of the blue. The bank account was locked. They needed the secondary admin me to unlock it. I had set up all their online banking, tax software, everything when I was staying there. I was still on it. I stared at his text. Ask the leech. No explanation. Just those 3 words. My phone exploded. Mom calling nonstop. Text demanding I fix it after everything they've done for me. When Dad finally got me on the phone, his voice was strained. We need access. Please. I let the silence hang. You want me to clean up your mess? Then listen. I didn't ask to come back. I helped every single day. Cooked, cleaned, fixed your tech. And you stood there while she threw me out like trash and called me a leech in front of my brother. He didn't interrupt. For once, I demanded a real apology from both of them in person. Real boundaries, no favors, no guilt trips for 6 months, and I was removing myself as admin on everything. Forever. 2 days later, they showed up at my apartment. My mom looked smaller somehow, clutching her purse. Dad's tie was crooked. We didn't realize how much you were doing, Mom said quietly. I'm sorry. That was the moment I understood they only saw my value when I stopped being useful. I sat them down, fixed everything in 2 hours, wrote out instructions, and removed all my access. You're adults. Figure it out from now on. Or ask my brother. Looking back, walking away that day changed everything. I took a relocation offer to Toronto. Sent one final email. New city, new life. Don't contact me for tech help. Through family gossip, I heard they struggled. My brother tried fixing their accounts and made it worse. Mom locked everything again and blamed me. Even after all that, she still called me the leech behind my back. But in my new apartment overlooking the city, I deleted the last shared folder I'd made for them. One click. And for the first time, I smiled. Leeches don't build lives. People do. What would you have done if your own parents treated you like a burden and then needed you to survive? Have you ever had to set hard boundaries with family? Tell me in the comments. I read every one.